let's talk about something kind of weird. It's this paradox that I think a lot of us are feeling lately. How we can be surrounded by people virtually all the time, but still feel totally and completely alone. This is the age of digital loneliness. You know this moment, right? It's late, the house is quiet, the whole world seems to be asleep, but in your hand you've got this glowing screen. It feels like you've got company, like the whole universe is awake and right there with you. And so you start scrolling, and there it is, everyone's highlight reel. Little pieces of other people's lives, vacations, parties, perfect-looking moments. It's this endless river of updates and posts, and it's all designed to make you feel like you're part of something huge. But right in the middle of all that noise, that digital party, does this strange, hollow feeling ever creep in? It's like the more you scroll through all those connections, the more it feels like you're just watching from behind a pane of glass. And that's it. That's the huge paradox we're going to break down today. How is it even possible that we can have the entire world in our pocket and still feel so incredibly disconnected? Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we have to understand that what we call loneliness today, well, it's not what it used to be. It's a whole new kind of thing, and it's sneaky. It hides right out in the open. See, loneliness used to be about absence. It was the silence of an empty room, the feeling that no one was there. But today, for so many of us, it's the exact opposite. It's the feeling of being drowned in constant noise, a nonstop chatter that just feels empty. And there's a term for this: digital companionship. You know what I'm talking about? It's that endless hum from your phone. Pings, notifications, messages, it gives you this illusion that you're surrounded by people, but it's easy to start mistaking all that activity for a real connection. So why do we do it? Why do we actively dive into all that noise? Well, the psychologist Carl Jung had a pretty powerful idea. He said that people will do pretty much anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid looking inward. And maybe we're not using this digital crowd to find other people. Maybe we're using it to hide from ourselves. All of this noise creates what you could call an illusion of proximity. It makes us feel like we're closer to people than ever before. But as we're about to see, shrinking the physical distance might actually be stretching out our emotional connections. I mean, just think about how weird some of our habits are now. We can have this deep-looking chat with someone halfway across the world, but we won't say hello to the person living next door. We can post our every thought for thousands to see, but do we really feel any of it? You can be seen by so many people, but does anyone really truly know you? And that's the core of it. Technology has done something incredible. It has completely demolished physical distance. But it feels like in the process, it's made emotional distance, real intimacy, so much wider and harder to cross. The ancient philosopher Seneca said something that feels like it was written for us today. He basically pointed out that we're always complaining about how short life is, but then we waste our time like it's never going to run out. It makes you ask, where is all our precious time and attention really going? Now, let's be really clear here. Technology itself isn't the bad guy. A phone is just a phone. The real question is why we're picking it up. Are we using it to build a genuine connection, or are we using it to escape? To escape the quiet, to escape the hard work of building real relationships, and maybe most of all, to escape just being alone with ourselves. But hang on. What if we've been looking at this whole thing the wrong way? What if this feeling, this ache we call loneliness, what if it isn't actually the enemy? So let's try to flip the script on this. Instead of seeing loneliness as some kind of personal failure, what if we see it as a signal, like a biological alarm clock? What if it's not a curse at all, but an invitation, an opportunity to find something we've lost? Yeah, think of it just like feeling hungry or thirsty. It's a message from your own mind telling you, hey, it's time to pause the performance, to stop curating your life for an audience. It's a call to disconnect from the filtered world for a little bit and just meet yourself again, exactly as you are. The deep sense of peace we're all searching for, it's not going to be found at the bottom of an infinite scroll. A Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, knew this ages ago. He said there's no place more peaceful than your own soul. So much of the connection we desperately want from the outside world is actually just waiting for us to find it on the inside. Okay, that sounds great, but how do we actually accept that invitation? How do we find that depth in a world that feels so shallow? Well, it's actually way more simple than you might think. This isn't about deleting all your apps, it's just about consciously choosing to return to real life. The fix doesn't require any fancy life hacks. It's just about small, simple, real actions. Go outside. Touch something that isn't smooth glass, a tree, a brick wall. Just take a minute to watch how the afternoon light moves across a room. These little things ground us. They pull our attention back into the present moment. And finally, just listen. Listen to your own breathing. Seriously, before you ever got a like or a follow or a text message, this was your first connection to the world, and it's always with you. It's the anchor that keeps you right here, right now. It's the ultimate proof that you exist. Because when it all comes down to it, our problem isn't a lack of connection. We are drowning in connections. Our problem is a lack of depth. We're not starving for more company. We're starving for more meaning. And when you make that choice to step away from all the noise, to seek out that depth, whether it's in nature, in a real conversation, or just in the quiet of your own mind, that's it. That's the moment you truly return to life.